So 1 Corinthians 2 consensus that Paul was weak in his words and his teaching. How sure are we about that? And then I just was like, okay, what does AI say? Because it is the consensus that Paul acknowledges his weakness in speaking, particularly in contrast to the powerful writing style. He admitted that some within the church in Corinth perceived his physical presence and speaking skills as weak and contemptible. Let's just go through that, because this is not. Let me show you what I'm reading. So Paul speaking, and I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellent speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you, save Jesus Christ and him crucified. Back to the basics. He went back to the basics. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and in much trembling. Paul was in weakness and in fear and trembling? I don't think so, since it was the church of Corinth that was, because they had been stumbling off of the gospel. Remember, he came and reminded them of the gospel, the testimony of God. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power. So that's not weakness and trembling. Paul was like totally good. It was the church that he was with that was in fear. That your faith should not stand in wisdom of men, but in the power of God. Wow. See, when I read that, and then I listen, why is it that the common teaching is that Paul was the one in weakness, fear, and trembling? It was the church when Paul was with them. He was with them during that time. That was a come to Jesus moment. Do we remember our come to Jesus moments? Crazy. And then you can read on. Howbeit, we speak wisdom among them that are perfect. And the we is Paul, and the perfect are the already saved gospel believers. Yet not the wisdom of this world, nor the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak wisdom of God in the mystery. So he's like getting them prepared to receive more knowledge. With believing the gospel, like they're standing with Christ, the Spirit in them. How did we get this wrong? Not we. I'm not sure. I bet. Excuse me. I bet a lot of people read this right. But the common knowledge teaching is so far off. Saying Paul was the weak one. No, he was with them when they were weak and in fear and trembling. Them, not Paul. Holy smokes. It's crazy. Anyway, what do you think?